COVID lockdown hit, and so did postnatal depression again. And I can speak about it now. I've done a lot of work on it in my own therapy, so I'm okay talking about it. And I think it's important because I think a lot of women experience not everybody experiences periods of feeling low or sadness, but a lot of women that I've worked with have not really enjoyed that first year. And I think it's really important to talk about that is sometimes people's reality.
Yeah,
But then on the
definitely.
other hand, I have friends and family members who have just thrived in that first year. So it's just so different for everybody.
Exactly. And it's luck. There's nothing wrong with you. That's the
There
really
is
important
absolutely
thing
nothing wrong
to
with
say.
you. Yeah,
Yeah. It's just one of those things.
absolutely. And I spend a lot of time with women who come to me who say, there's something wrong with me and I need to fix it. And I think there isn't. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You feel that way because of what is externally been going on, and then that's reflected internally in how you feel. And that's really hard as a new mum, like you say, with the hormones, with the changes, the shifts in identity, trying to figure out who you are now, not as just a mum of one, but a mum of two, but also a mum of two who wants to have a career, but also wants to have a husband and a relationship and a family and wants to be their own person all at the
It's a
same time.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
a
an
lot.
awful lot. And I think as well, if you have always thought of yourself as a mum to be, and you had an idea of the sort of mum you were going to be,
Yeah,
and you could go through a really quite pleasant, enjoyable pregnancy
yeah.
and have your baby, and then suddenly be hit
Mm,
by a wave of sadness. And
yeah.
that must be absolutely devastating,
Mm,
because you feel on one hand that you've got everything that you ever dreamed of,
yeah.
and then and what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why aren't you happy? And
Yeah.
that question in itself, and of course there are all the hormones at play
Yeah.
too. It's really, really difficult, I imagine, to grapple with, and you will blame yourself
Oh, yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
So you're having all of these feelings and you don't really feel like you have a lot of people to reach out to and
Yeah.
confide in
Mhm.
and share those problems. So again, you have so much time in your own
Yeah.
mind. You're on
Oh,
maternity,
yeah.
you're spending long days by yourself with
Uh,
your baby. There's a lot of space to be tormenting yourself with
yeah.
your thoughts.
Yeah. Absolutely. And there were times I used to think, because my husband could still go out to work, and there was times I think, don't leave me in this house on
Yeah,
my own,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was able to verbalize that to him. And as soon as he could understood what was happening, things changed, and he stayed in the house more and helped out, and even just having that adult company
Yeah,
sometimes,
definitely.
so
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean, just really hard periods of life. But I don't think I would be where I am or what I'm doing without that lead up, to be honest. So there is something about looking back at that and appreciating how difficult it was and how they weren't fun times of my life. But actually, there's something about having gratitude that I am able to do what I do now, because that was a part of the journey.
Yeah, and you're uniquely placed to have empathy now with your
Oh,
clients, and
yeah,
you can relate to them so honestly and, within the realms of what's ethical in
yeah,
your practice,
yeah,
you can share some of what you've been through to make them feel again that they're not
yeah.
alone, because it's one of the most painful things, I think, to feel like whatever it is that you're suffering, you're the only
Mm,
one.
yeah, yeah.